everyone. Welcome to day 3 of my birthday celebrations. And this morning, literally something, I think it's fascinating. 44 is literally everywhere. Even my mentor was celebrating a 44 thing. I'm like, do you have the 44 thing going on? She does too, but she's not 44. I just got an email this morning which said, your toddler is now 44 months old. I'm like really? Everywhere? Like, is it really everywhere? How weird is this, right? Everywhere, 44. So it's really funny. I think it's hilarious. It's everywhere. And as I said, the first day, I really they really wanted me to talk about like life and making it real and having these gateways in life, these areas of importance. And today, I wanted to talk about lifestyle. And it came to me, I'm like, but that's not a word I talk about. I don't talk about lifestyle. That's too trendy kind of word. And then I was like, but it is something what shifted dramatically and drastically in my life. And what I mean with lifestyle is quality of living, quality of life, your lifestyle, how you live, where you operate, right? And so I remember, of course, in 2015 and even later, I was a social worker. So I would rush myself after taking my 3 children to their school or the daycare or the nanny. Then I had to go to my work and then I had to rush home to make the food. And then, that was kind of the life. That's really in your 44 place. Yeah, it's like everywhere, right? It's funny. 4 people in the waiting room, Johanna. So it's 4 again. No, it's like everywhere. It's funny once you see it. It's like, are you pregnant? No, I just see 4s everywhere because I'm focused, right? This is the beautiful example what we talked about yesterday, right? Being focused and having it. So, and I had this life, and I was like, there is a better life. This is a life where I'm getting by, and where for Dutch, I'm having a good life. I just didn't feel that I was really living a good life. I felt very much trapped in a life. I felt very much I did not have the choice not to go to my job, actually. I did not have a lot of choices. I didn't feel the freedom to choose and live while simultaneously feeling significant and like full on. So in my job, I felt I can really do more, but you are the doctor, boss. So you are basically my boss, right? So I need to listen to you, but I see a whole lot more here where we can shift, not just on this level, but I could see a lot. And so I wasn't fully living on purpose, as we said yesterday, in my job. Although I was good at it, it was not magic. It was not ultimate freedom. It was good. I mean, if you look at the world, comparing to a lot of other people, it was good. It just wasn't what I expected when I came to this planet. And I don't know if you relate to this. Why is because you can feel it within. You're like, I'm born for a bigger life. I'm born for something more exciting, more extraordinary than what I'm currently living. And guess what? You are. I'm the proof you are actually born for an extraordinary life. And an extraordinary life for me means in all aspects, not just great in your work, only great friends, only great relationship, but a shitty job. It's like, no, I want to feel like magical as a mother, even though they challenge me. I'm just thinking about all those questions again of my son. Like, he makes me smile so much. I just said to my sister, he's asking a lot of questions. Did you already get all of those questions? We had a fun conversation about it. I want to be really fulfilled being a mother. For a long time, I felt a horrible mother. I wasn't, but you know why? Because I wasn't happy. I knew I wasn't happy. It was not that I wasn't like treating them horrible. Of course not. I just felt like if they could have the best version of me, the best, most happiest version. That was the example I wanted to be, especially for my girls, especially for my girls. And that was actually my turning point. So in order to create, not just live your mission, that's just one part of it. It's like the lifestyle all across the board. In order to do that, you need a vision. You need a very, very clear vision. And I'm not meaning a detailed vision. I'm meaning clear, as in, I want to feel and operate like this. I want, when I die, let's think about it, right, for a moment. When you die, what do you want to look back at? It's a very clear question, right? Are you now living, doing, embracing life as you want? If you do, continue. Maybe you're even called in bigger expansion if you are like me. It doesn't stop, I realized. Because for me, when I started creating all of the things in my life and I had the freedom, I realized I now live my life. It's not, I'm in my job and now I'm a mother and now I'm just me everywhere. It's like, I'm now here with you. And just before this, I was calling with my sister. And just before that, I was in the gym. And after this, I have one-on-one calls and 2 groups. And tonight I'm going to have a beautiful night with my love. You know, it's like, I am me, the freedom of being me all across the board, but also the freedom, and this is an important one, the permission that you get to have the life you want, especially as spiritually awakened people. You're not here just to serve the world. You are really serving the world when you are happy, when you live a life of ultimate freedom, when you live a life of joy. This is so important that you give yourself permission to truly live the life you want to live. And I kind of want to see, like, where in life are you not giving yourself permission? Where in life are you stuck? Are you stuck? And with stuck, I mean stuck in the ideas, in the patterns, in the creation, in the manifestation, in the things. Imagine no home, no job, no partner, no children, just you. And to kind of, from that level, build again. I'm not saying you need to dump your partner at all. That's not what I mean. I just want you to feel into what would that, how do I feel when there's no obligations, no responsibilities, none of that, just choice. And I promise you, who you were when you were a child, teenage, it leaves clues. It leaves clues. What you love to do, what you enjoyed most. Maybe you were the book reader. Maybe you were the one like climbing the trees, going on adventures. One of my beautiful clients is taking me for a balloon ride. Isn't that exciting? She's like, I'm not really into that, but I'm coming with you. And I feel ecstatic about gifts like this because it's exciting. If you want to like make me happy, it's like experiences. I love experiences. That's why I love to travel. You know, my sister-in-law came yesterday. She said, "What do you want for your birthday?" I said, "Nothing." She's like, "You never want anything. If you want to give me anything, an experience. I would love to go for lunch, for example, or for a walk. I love that." So you want to know, when it comes down to your lifestyle, what means, how am I living, operating in my day, in my week, in my year? It's literally who you are all day long. It's pretty important to decide if that structure, what you are living right now, is a match to your ideal, yes or no. Because if it's not, that is honestly one you want to look at. Because this is the thing you are interacting with all day long. Your personality. Your personality, when she or he feels like satisfied. Do you not think soul can do her mission better? I'm pretty sure it can. So this is an important piece of the puzzle. I always thought mission first, purpose first, others are important. I'm here to serve, I'm here to help. I'm not here to kind of waste my time doing things just for fun. Okay, I'm just saying how I thought. Honestly, it was true. That's how I honestly felt. I felt it's important what I have to say, what I have to do in this world. I cannot waste my time. Like, look at all these people. What are they doing? They're doing nothing. Well, they were actually enjoying themselves. Okay, missed that part of the puzzle when I came here. So now, as I slowed down and started looking in my life, and I started giving myself permission. I love to be a mother of four. That was one of the biggest, and I love to travel. That's impossible. Really? I've proven it the last months that it's really possible and that everyone is really happy. No one dies. Everyone is happy. Do you know how healthy it is for the relationships between my partner and my ex, for example? It's amazing. They text with each other. They arrange the whole thing. Are you kidding me? How beautiful is that? What a blessing is that? Would have never happened if Mother Goose would still be there. No, it wouldn't. You know how it works. If you're a mother, you know, or you have a very different part of it. That's just how it goes. And so giving yourself permission to want what you want, giving yourself permission to live a life what makes you happy. I give you one example out of this week. So my love on Saturday, he's going away for to a festival or something, which was Corona postponed. So there's a lot all in one. So he goes there. So I'm like, okay, I'm alone with the little one. Well, I'm gonna do something at school, and then I'm gonna go to my friend. I'm like, okay, that's good. I called her. She's like, yes, finally. And then I'm like, next week it's the new human. That's a lot. It's 5 interviews a day. There's a lot of energy going into that. So then I'm gonna be home on Sunday. That is not gonna fill my cup. So I said to my love, I think I want to go to the wellness. Do you know what I thought? It took a while before I dared to ask the question. He's like, of course you go. That level of giving yourself permission, because first I had a lot of thoughts about it. I should be calm. I should be blah, 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 all of the things. Actually, no, it's my life and I get to live a great life. Don't need to be there the whole day. I just want to have this segment, calling the friend again, ecstatic. Both of my buckets with friends are filled. Do you know, it's good. So now I give myself permission. And when I'm here, I'm fully here. When I'm with my children, I'm fully with my children. When I'm in France, I'm fully there. And that gives you such a full life. Do you not think you're on purpose then? Isn't it easy if you create a lifestyle that fits your purpose, meaning what gives you joy? Some people would never go on holidays. They don't like it. Well, don't go. Do you know, it's but it's for the personality. Maybe your personality loves to read a book, loves to be in the woods every day, loves to, whatever it is, on the beach, whatever it is, loves to go to retreats. Do you know, it's what do you feel excited about? And all of these things were a one-day thing for me, a long time. I remember when I was in Australia after I graduated, so that was I was 23, so that's almost 20 years ago, I would already write. I would write the things down important to me. And one of the things was going out for dinners whenever I want. That was my highest, if I could ever do that, that kind of stuff. I'm living that life now. So you need to be very clear on what you want to live, but that was still me secretly writing it because I felt shame for that. Isn't that superficial? Well, no, I really enjoy it. Going out for a beautiful dinner tomorrow night with my love. You know how much I love that? Having such high quality time with him, just the two of us. So good. So I want you to understand lifestyle is everything, but it's a blend of your purpose. It's not one and the other. It's actually one. And when you live a full life, you can serve in great ways. True or not true? If you are full, you have so much to give. The problem with a lot of light workers, spiritual people, is they don't fill their cup enough, and they need to fill their cup more than any other person on this planet, because they allow so much energy to flow through them, feeling very, like our energy system is truly next level. It is, but also very sensitive, highly attuned. So we need more breaks. We don't want it because we want to serve. Well, other thing. Let's see what's lacking. Let's see. My relationship with money. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, okay? I decided. That's even challenging for me, right? One of those things. But I will. I'm moving slowly, but no stuckness, I think. Yeah. But if you're clear, are you really clear? Do you see yourself living the ultimate life you want to live? And are you living it now? It's just a question. What would your ultimate life look like? And if you know, you can add element by element to your life. And you can release element by element out of your life. You don't need to do it all in once. It's like you just add one thing. I would love to have a weekend away with my partner. Well, let's plan that. Instant joy, instant purpose, instant change. You don't need to wait for the big things. I would love to spend more time with my friends. Well, let's arrange something with a friend. Do you feel it? What is important to you? Let's go. I would love to, okay. But where we get stuck on a lot of the times is how to arrange everything but it's not my purpose. I need to get more into alignment with my purpose. This is your purpose. This is your purpose. Again, I'm going to continue to say, this is your purpose. What I shared yesterday is the conversation I will have with a friend or on the fair, like of my school, like, or the school of the children. Is it more important than this call? Or less important? I don't think so. It's equally important. We just tend to make some things more important, but the truth is your life, the lifestyle, the experience you accumulate and you choose, right? This is about choice. This is like you have a clean slate, no expectations. What are the things really important to me? Well, my love, okay. Am I really connecting in the way I want to connect? Or is there something to add? Well, my children, is it really going in the way I feel? Or is there something to add? No, but I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't feel like it. I'm too tired. Anything else? If you start doing things you love, you will calibrate to all of those things. I promise you that. And then you suddenly realize not everything is money. Not everything is time. Time is an illusion. It's really not that. It's choice. It's I create this. And maybe first I was having in my, like, as a student, we were having these meals, making fancy meals, right? 5 students together living. And that was like a big celebration. And now we can go to a beautiful restaurant together and have the whole shebang, what we enjoy, like all the beautiful little. But it was both a lot of fun. It is both a lot of fun. So it's like, how can I start living, experiencing it now, not waiting? I felt resistance to being clear on what I have truly wanted, to feel like the wall is coming down. I love that because honestly, I never realized how important it is to be unapologetic about what you want. I was so fearful to be judged. I just thought, you can't be a mother and love to travel and want a business and also want friendships and a great relationship with your love and also like friend. It's too much. And then you want some time for yourself. Look at all the mothers around you. they struggle their way. And you're just like, oh, it just was there. And they're like, what? But you can actually, when you are willing to let go, and this is an important one, when you are willing to let go of the structures we have been creating together. Okay? The structures we are operating in are crazy. They're made up. It's not even like, even the men and women, like, it's not even made that way. I was just having all conversations with them in my head, and it's like, women, their energy, like feminine energy, is carrying the man, okay? Now, women are carried by men the other way around, okay? So men are carried by the women, that's how it's supposed to be, in a nice way, not carrying like, no, like it's elevating them. And the other way around. For us women, if we are held by men in a good way, in a healthy way, we rise, true or not. If men are held by women in a good way, they rise. See, this is how we are supposed to live together. Does that say mom cannot go on a holiday? It's crazy. Of course not. Or dad can't go with his friends to do something because what? And so there's all these rules. It's like they just showed it to me. Like, I was like, oh, this is really weird. They showed it to me. It's never supposed to be this way. It was never supposed to be this way. They actually talked about sex this morning too. Do you want to know? I thought it was fascinating too. Let's go for that as well. I'm like, I didn't really ask, but okay, let's go. There was this conversation going back and forward. And I said, so what is the benefit? Like, what is the thing about it? What they said is there's so much shame, and that's why I go into it. So much shame and guilt when it comes down to sex. And what they said is it's like breathing. It's a physical experience. It's a beautiful experience to recharge, because being in physicality is pretty intense for the soul. So sex is a way to release all of that and to be free and to recharge yourself. Well, if I ask around with my friends, a lot of are not experiencing it this way. It's like a must. I'm like, what? I don't have that thing going on. So we can have the whole sex thing another time, like the internet's like, oh, details, but I don't have that going on. So I was actually also curious, like, why? Because you live on a soul level. Even there, I live on a soul level when it comes down to that, because I don't perceive it from a personality perspective. I understand that it assists my personality. It's destined to help me with the being carried by a man energy and the other way around. See? That's what's happening. It's a healthy way of actually allowing that to come into alignment with each other. Now, there's a lot of, like when we talk about giving permission for lifestyle, like money, like I want to travel, like as a mother, I want this, like I want all these things, there's a lot of guilt and shame, but also on this. So what is happening is, let's like literally tear down all of these structures and choose again. Choose again how we want to experience this life, as if we don't have anything. There's no structures, nothing, no conditioning, nothing. Can you feel it? I mean, it's pretty easy to touch, just ultimate freedom. No consequences, no criticism, no judgment, none of that, okay? What if there would not be any of that? You would know what you want. It's not scary if everyone would cheer you on instead of saying, or now it's like that. If you go out of like the traps, right? I always use that example. If you go out of it, people start judging, being critical. So you need to be pretty strong to continue to move, because people want you back in the thing. But what if we are born to tear down all of those structures and to create a new world? Talked about it before. A new world is not just a fancy kind of thing. It's a real thing. It's where we show that we don't settle for the current paradigm, It's where we show that we live sovereignty is a thing, right? It's a beautiful, like spiritual people use it a lot. I always thought it was a very complex term, but now I can speak it. Took a while in English, but it's like, it's ultimate freedom to live your life the way you want to live it. So if you still try to fit yourself in the mold and in the structures of what is, that's not ultimate freedom. Whether it is because women are treated in your country that way, or you're like, you have the husband like this, like it doesn't matter what it is, right? Or that you think this is what it should be. What if you could just from now on operate and choose ultimate freedom? When you do, it's so easy. Once you understand that it's, the fear is not real, okay? The fear for the consequences, the fear for the judgment, I did a lot. In a couple of years, I changed a lot. And honestly, the judgment I got, like on this part, not a lot. Because people probably talk about it behind my back. Isn't that great? I don't hear it. I don't care, you know? And then, do you know what starts happening? As you start doing a different pattern, do you not think other women want to actually also have gone to Ibiza with me? Probably they did. Other mothers, they're like, really? And then I always say, you can go too. And now I see people booking trips to Ibiza with their sisters. I love it. Friends have said to me, one friend is now in Ibiza. They're like, booking the trips. I'm like, good for you, go, enjoy. And then my other friend said, I do not give you any tips anymore. She gave me all the tips. She said, next time I come with you. Of course you do. You show me it, right? So it's like, this is a simple example, but this would be unthinkable years ago for me. What would everyone say? Because if they would judge me as a bad mother, that would be the worst thing, because I already had ideas that I wasn't the greatest mom because I was miserable. So if others would confirm that, it would be even worse. So what are you afraid others will confirm? What are you telling yourself? And what are you afraid others will confirm? It's all not true, let's face it. Whether people say it, it doesn't even matter, because they can have their opinion. Once I understood this, I just started to make decisions aligned with the lifestyle I wanted. And first I was very much in, I want to go every month to the wellness. And I would write it down, right? So I would write it down. I was very structured because it was new. So I would do, I'm actually teaching my clients that as well, because I know it gets you in the rhythm. So I would want, and then it wouldn't, like not every, but maybe 8 times a year. That was like really good. My friends very happy because I usually do it with my friends. So they were happy to see me. It was great. And then I would like, oh, I want to have a getaway with Wout de Bos this many times. Or I want like all of the things I started to put in. And now I don't really do that in that way. I just notice where my desire goes into. I just feel, I would like, I've been telling Wout de Bos, right? I want to have a getaway with you. He gave me 2. He gave me 2. 1 to the wellness, yes. And 1 to Ghent. So I'm excited about that. So he like, and it doesn't, for me now, it doesn't need to happen now. I know it's coming, and that is exciting me. Can you feel the difference of not happening at all, or knowing it's coming, but it's just planned like in July? Perfect. If I look at my June, it's pretty full. It's full. We're doing a lot of fun stuff because 2 months ago, I actually did the same, or 3 or 5. So now you just have desires, and then you plant them in front of you whenever you feel now the time is ready. So it's not that it's instant gratification, but it's good because you're living a lifestyle which you love. I'm very aware about the things important to me. Very. And one of the things when I was building a business, imagine with 4 children and small one, was my friends. So I started to make friendship a thing. So now I'm doing really good. Last weekend, upcoming weekend, And sometimes it's not, but I feel good about it because I know the moment and the momentum will come, and then I'm just doing it. And I just call and everything fits. That's interesting as well, right? They're all off, it all works. How can that be? It just does. I called them yesterday. Yes, let's go. And then if a spot opens, I know my vision of lifestyle is to see and have a good time with my friends. So I visit them there. I'm not staying at home because I think I should be a good mom who stays at home. Can you feel the difference? I just want you to understand the practicalities of it. It's a real thing. Choosing lifestyle, aligning with it is aligning with your vision of purpose, what satisfies you. So maybe you want to structure it a little to get in the game. If you're not doing it at all, you want to structure it, okay? Just to be very clear. If you're not doing this thing, what you know you should be doing because it's good and you want it, put it in the calendar. Like make it a thing, make it a priority. Because if you're living your life and you're not used to listening to those desires and making them important, everything else will take over. That was my life for a long time. It just does. Especially now with my calendar, it's full with great things, but I'm now very aware a lot of it is into place. But if it's into place, you still need to pay attention. I still need to pay attention. It's not like in my relationship, oh, everything is good. That's good because I pay attention. The relationship with my children is good because I pay attention. The relationship with my friends is good because I pay attention. And when I see things kind of going the other way, I'm like, oh, let's go. Let's pick it up. In my business too. Sometimes it's sliding. I'm like, oh, let's go. So it's not about perfection, but it's about being intentional and aware about what you want to live and create and living it. Let's see what is landing. Landing why I met my husband 46 years ago. Never thought of how I pictured my life as a wife and mother, but I did not know then what I know now, how law of attraction works. Yes. I like to move to a farm where I can have all our animals at home, but for now I'm happy celebrating even the little things today and having a lot of fun. That's great. And sometimes the big dreams are just fun. To know it's like, it's also a thing where you know it's happening, just the timeline is different. But if you are in the energy of it's happening, as easy as you could do a coffee with a friend, that's the energy you want to be in. Not like it's never happening. It's like, no, of course it's happening. It's happening when I'm there, and then it will fall into place. So sometimes bigger lifestyle changes like this take a while. It took me like 7 years, right, to get where I'm now. Well, not bad. I'm excited. Doesn't matter if it takes a lot of because if you're in it, you're just living it. You're shifting, you're living it, you're filling it up with great things. So then when the big thing is happening, it's like really not that life-changing because it's just one of the big, like, it's just another celebration. Like you celebrate when you meet a friend. So it's now suddenly doesn't become this big thing in front of you. One day it will happen. It's like, no, of course it does, because I've been aligning with it and I've been aligning and having a good time until now. So yes, now the time is ready that this will be born into my life. I felt resist. Oh, that's the one. Put that on a bridge. Let go of the structure we created in the past. Yeah, it's like super important. Let go of the structure, but it's also terrifying. Gives a lot of safety to know ABC. Takes a lot of awareness to create something else, something higher vibrational, something more joyful. It asks you to be a better human. Yes? Sometimes more patient, more focused, more clear, more loving, more kind. So it's asking you all of these things to become a better human, but you already are, but it's like better at being human, basically. Better at being human. How to blend soul and how to operate your human in a way that it's more effective. So more love can flow through you, more joy, more all of the good stuff. Make sense? If you can see it that way, the human is never wrong. It's just learning and operating and changing and shifting. And becoming more masterful at this whole experience. That's it. And there's no judgment. There's not because one day, it's because then and then, blah, 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 blah. It's not interesting. It's like, where am I now? And how can I refine my operating system? How can I do something different? Yesterday, something happened in the mastermind where I'm part of, and it was not very good. It wasn't. And I was just watching it, responding to it in the nicest way. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know I was here. I didn't know I was capable of not feeling all the frustration, having to go somewhere, doing like, do you know what? I could just see it. And do you know what I thought? It's a lesson. I could really feel it. It's a lesson. And how can I allow this lesson just to be here, not to mean anything about the rest of my life? None. It was amazing. If you can operate in that way with your human, it's so good. It takes off so much pressure. When things happening and they upset you or trigger you, it's like, wow, what's the lesson? How can I be more of me? It's like almost in a curious way, like, wow, interesting. This is happening. You respond like this. How can you shift it into that other human, that new human, right? That newer human, that next version. And the next version, of course, leads herself. Is calm, kind, clear, all of the things. It's like, and then when things start happening, which are usually triggering you, it's now like exciting because it's like, let's see how I can navigate this. Let's see how I can navigate this, rather than going in all emotional thing. You don't need to go in there. You really don't. You will feel it. I'm not saying you will not feel it. That's something different. You will, because you're human. But how do you respond to it? How do you choose to align? Live from a clean slate is my ultimate freedom. Think I'm well on my way. Yes, you are. Be in connection. Joy is part of our mission. Our life now is the manifestation of earthly paradise for our soul. Just be aware and intentional. That's it. I love the words. Oh, you're so great, Natalie. I love you so much. It's like, it's beautiful. That's what it is. The new world. It's real. It is really real. Can you feel it? I'm just like next level of downloads are coming in all the time now. And I'm like, wow. It becomes so much more clear. Every day is clearer. And our capacity to literally direct the human in bigger ways and better ways, that's exciting. No longer having to feel the fear when things are not here. That was one of the things what I realized yesterday. I just don't have to be fearful anymore. Like, it sounds really easy. It's like, I don't. I can feel full trust. I can feel full trust embodied, not just saying it, knowing it, teaching it, but like real next level trust, because I'm so safe. If you're so safe, you can choose the lifestyle you want. You don't have to overcompensate, over deliver, like all of that. You can just be you, and it's more than enough. And then the momentum starts building, and the things just start happening for you and with you. It's like, it's natural, it's law. There's no other way. If you can trust on that, you can trust in you. Let's see, choose the structure of my life with joy and awareness, letting go of our outside structures. Yes. Riding the emotions like white water rafting on top. Yes, and it's like, it's almost like you're feeling it. I love that, because you feel it, you're connected with it. You're just not allowing it to, you're riding it. You're not being sucked into it, into the current. You're like riding it. Oh, let's see, where's the horizon? Like, where do I want to go, right? It's something very different. And so you have, and just feel today, where you don't give yourself full permission to live the life you really want, to be the one you really are. One other thing, what was interesting yesterday, what I realized is I have a very outgoing part of me. You know that part, right? She's here right now, full. I also have a hermit part in me where I want people to leave me alone. Really, I do. It's just part of who I am. And I sometimes need to kind of go in my own space, no noise, no people, nothing. And I always thought when you do what I do, I have to be on all the time. On. But I'm not on all the time because I like to digest as well. And so that kind of permission that you get to be who you are. You get to be who you are. Sometimes there's a lot of expression coming through in my case, and sometimes I'm more like intimate and silent. Giving myself permission for this part is a big change. Big change. So what can you give yourself permission for? Because in your lifestyle, it's an important one. One of the things why I wanted to go to the wellness was because this week was for me and like busy week. Next week will be a busy week. And I know being at the wellness will just fill me up. It just does. Being in the water, in the, I love it. And so I know it's like for that other part of me, it's very healthy to do that. So yes, start looking into that. Now, have you been enjoying it so far? I have. So, and I want to show you something. Do you know what I got from my mom? Can you see it? I never wear rings. She used to wear this. She gave it to me. Isn't that nice? I thought it was the nicest present because obviously she asked me, what do you want? And I said, nothing. And then she gave me this. Isn't it sweet? And I remember, I'm like, oh, this was the one you always used to wear when I was a child. She said, yes. And I got it. And I'm like feeling so happy with it. Yeah, it feels like that feels like a really big gift because it's a remembrance, right? I love like memories and meaning and all the things. So I got this. So what I wanted to share, yesterday, I was talking about the ultimate gateway. Okay. So if you want to be part of that, it's really exciting. And so now I know some of you are like thinking about it, not really sure, like what is it, what's included, how often. I want to invite you to schedule a call with Johanna. It will be here, but the link will also be in yesterday's call, but you can also just send an email to my team, okay? If you want to know. If you're the one who's following everything what I do mainly, this is a pretty good offer. I promise you that, because you don't need to choose. You don't need to miss anything. It's like you have access for 12 months to everything and all the recordings. Okay. And we just had someone else joining the mastermind coming in soon. And I want to invite those of you who are really ready to take it to a next level. I'm very excited about this. Now, what is the difference between the Ultimate Gateway and the mastermind? The Ultimate Gateway is access to programs, but not in person, not one-on-one. Okay, so it's just that. In the mastermind, I just added one day with me on Voxer, where you can ask me everything and we just have this connection. I'm very excited about that. So that's going to be one of the things. There will be private calls with me as part of it. There is a 4-day all-inclusive, or no, 3.5 days, I think. 3.5 day all-inclusive retreat on Ibiza next year in May included. So there's a whole lot more included. So if you don't know which one to choose, schedule your call. I'm very excited about this. What I realized is I sometimes look for what is it what I teach? Like, what is the ultimate outcome? And it's soul alignment. It's soul embodiment. And yes, there will be a bigger understanding about how to craft your life. You will see the results. You will see the changes. At the end of the day, everything is destined for you to create such a fulfilling, free, and happy life. And this morning, I watched in my Facebook group And there was this beautiful post of someone who just joined the accelerator. And she just wrote the most kindest, beautiful words. I used it actually in my story. So if you want to read it, you can. And I'm like, she said, I'm only 2 months in. This is one of the experiences, right? I have multiple. So we're now talking not just about this one, but about Access to All. And I'm like, of course you do, because you're using it. She's all in. She's someone who's all in. Everyone who knows her here, she's all in. Of course she gets the results because she's all in. She's doing the work, she's listening, she's digesting, she's interacting. She's someone who's, so if you are ready and you're willing, everything is available. And in 12 months, a lot can change. I promise you that. A lot. So I'm excited to welcome in new people in my mastermind, also in the Ultimate Gateway. I feel very much called into deeper connection, like high quality, beautiful experiences. And of course, Ibiza is calling. So that's part for you if you're in the mastermind. Anyway, see you tomorrow, all of you. Let's unmute. And tomorrow will be the last day. Yes?